With Simon Holt.
UBF fillies handicap 6 furlongs they're away. Crazy Luck on the extreme right, on the extreme left Makarova with Kim and Grace. Going forward is Favourite Child with Crazy Luck. Down the centre Willoughby Bay, and now showing a lot of speed is Makarova to join these three. Grantley Hall follows these from Little Guff and Lovely Breeze and Loves Me Like a Rock. The grey towards the left. The favourite Kidwar is one from the left in the blue and white jacket just behind Loves Me Like a Rock, with Kim and Grace on the outside. Lovely Breeze just ahead of those two. Back in the field to Adaay in Asia in an orange jacket, and Little Guff and Night Narcissus at the rear inside the three. Makarova has got across nearly to the stands rail. Willoughby Bay on the fence in the white sleeves, followed by Favourite Child. Grantley Hall with a chance. Loves Me Like a Rock still in the firing line, with Lovely Breeze and Kidwar's out very wide. Adaay in Asia's running on. So too Little Guff. Crazy Luck a little bit short of room as they head down towards the final open race. On the near side, Makarova. Grantley Hall comes through, gives Adaay in Asia a knock, but Adaay in Asia is propelled forward, and Adaay in Asia now challenging Makarova inside the final furlong, and it's Adaay in Asia who's going to be too strong under Dylan Hogan. Wears down Makarova. Third Favourite Child, Lovely Breeze in fourth.
Adaay in Asia has won for Harry Dunlop, and Dylan Hogan has beaten Makarova, Ed Walker and Richard Kingscote. Favourite Child was third and Lovely Breeze was fourth. Plaudits to Richard Kingscote for getting Makarova from stall one, but not good enough for Adaay in Asia, who, in spite of getting that bump a furlong out, as Simon said in commentary, it rather propelled her forward than sideways. Third was Favourite Child, fourth Lovely Breeze, and fifth was Kim and Grace. Martin.
Yeah, it was all a bit messy, wasn't it? A horse from stall one ended up getting across towards the stands rail. There was plenty that didn't seem to want it early on. And in the end, Adaay in Asia, who pretty much rode to a draw, Dylan Hogan rode to his draw in stall 9, has come through and won. She's in career best form. You'll notice in a minute it all gets a little bit muddling. Nothing wants to commit forward from over towards the high numbers. They're all waiting to take a lead. Willoughby Bay ends up shooting across, and Makarova, who was drawn in stall 1, managed to get there as well. And there were a few bits of trouble in running. Lil Guff was taken right back to the back of the field, and then switches right down the middle, doesn't she? And it was just all a little bit messy, I felt, Nick, really. But certainly a good win from Adaay in Asia. As I say, she was held up off the pace. Dylan Hogan's waited for the gaps to come, sticking to riding to his draw, and he's got through and squeezed through in time.
Fifth career success for Adaay in Asia. Harry Dunlop must be very fond of her. She was a very busy 2-year-old. She's been similarly productive at 3, and yeah, she doesn't seem to mind at all being knocked one way and then the other, and given a third bump for good measure. She's just kept bowling along.
She has, yeah. Dylan's, he's been very brave actually on her, hasn't he? To hold his position and wait for the gap to appear and shoot her through. So good effort from her.
First Goodwood success for Dylan Hogan.
Okay, yeah. Not too long ago that he's lost his claim, I don't think, is it, Dylan? Makarova in third, and it was Favourite Child who boxed in second, and Favourite Child boxed on at a big price for third. That's a much better run from her after a quiet start to the season.
Yeah, that was an excellent effort from Favourite Child in the sheepskin cheek pieces at 66-1, continuing the good run of the Carl Burke horses. Speaking to Carl's daughter Kelly about the favourite for the Vintage Stakes earlier on today, Holloway Boy, she was saying the horse lost a shoe, pulled a shoe off in the run. They were actually very pleased with him and think he probably needs a mile now, but they thought it was an excellent run.
It was a good run, wasn't it? If he ripped a shoe off on the face of it watching the race, I didn't think there were any excuses for him, but he probably does want a mile, but they'll be happy with Favourite Child here.
We didn't get a lot right in this race, but we were rather underwhelmed about the chances of Kidwar, and that was borne out.
Yeah, she has been disappointing, hasn't she? She's not kicked on in her handicap races so far. She's been disappointing.
But the clock is about to strike 6 o'clock here at Goodwood, which means we have come to the end of what's been a bumper card, but a very enjoyable one, and it'll be a day that will live fairly long in the memory of Dylan Hogan, who's ridden his first Goodwood winner at the Glorious Festival. Harry Dunlop has trained Adaay in Asia to success. Harry, of course, who grew up just down the road here when his father trained at the famous Castle Stables in Arundel. So winners here at Goodwood will mean an awful lot to him, and he'll be thrilled with Adaay in Asia, I'm sure, who's been a tremendous money spinner for the yard and very consistent as well. Let's pick up those SPs and some big prices as well amongst the 1, 2, 3 with Alex.
You had a good debate about this filly with George Baker and Safi Osborne on track at Goodwood back in June.